So how can you turn your desire for a deeper relationship with God into a thriving YouTube community? Before you know the answer, I need to tell you a story. It is April 4th, 2022, and I decided to release my very first video. It was all about me, what my channel is about video. You can even go back and watch it. I made it public partially because of this video, but oh my goodness, it is embarrassing. I'm basically saying that this is for Bible. This is for Christians, and that people might be asking why Teenager is talking about biblical stuff, but that my aim was to be able to inspire other people through talking and making Christian content and putting it out there and not really caring what other people thought about me. I had purchased a $15 product from another YouTube channel that were Christians, and they had a little course basically for me to be able to get started on YouTube. It basically went over just titles, hooks, how to niche down. And so I went through all of that. I blazed through it because I've been studying YouTube for so long and looking into how to start a YouTube channel. And so I was ready to go all in. So 1 month goes by. I have 2 videos up on my channel. 2 months goes by. I have 2 videos up. 3 months goes by. Now I have 3 videos up. I was inconsistent. I only had 3 videos over 3 months, and some people might call that a success. But for myself and knowing who I am and the capability I have, that was inconsistent. I was being lazy and I wasn't creating enough videos. I didn't even know how to edit when I started. I started on iMovie, and then I got Premiere Pro after my 3rd video. And I was super confused. It took me about 6 hours to be able to just cut through all the in my words and whatever during the video when I talked about how to study the Bible. And I struggled. It was a struggle to stay consistent on YouTube. To be a full-on Christian content creator and to not be consistent was hurting myself and showing myself that I wasn't really aligning to the image that I was giving myself on YouTube. And so as I kept going on YouTube, I started to get into cinematography. I started to get into, I can tell a story. And maybe I can tell a story through not just making Christian content, but through showing people that I can be a Christian and that I have values of a Christian, and then hopefully leading them to God. So I started putting out these videos inconsistently again, but now stressing myself out more because the production and the whole setup of all these videos takes way longer to plan out where you're going to film, to plan out what you're going to film, all the shots, all the script, everything. It was messing me up because I was in school and I needed to be consistent, and I was a boy. So looking back from 2022 through 2023, I was still a boy. It took eliminating my desires to be that man that I wanted to become, to eliminate my desires. What do I mean by that? And so later on, I started being able to actually post consistently. I started completely changing my approach on YouTube, and I started being able to actually build this community. And so one thing I did was I started to go into the gym. And so December 24th, the day before Christmas, I go into the gym and I get a free 3-day membership. And I go, I think one of those days, or maybe 2 of those days, but I think just one of those days. And I'm like, I need this. I needed it because I needed to change how I saw myself. I was seeing myself as this guy who does YouTube and is successful at YouTube without being consistent, who is so high up on his horse about posting only a few videos on YouTube. You can't be successful without putting in the hard work. And I had to discover that. I had to discover that through the pain of going to the gym every single day. Through it being half of a year and me having I checked the other day, it was 111 gym visits. And that was through halfway through the year. And that's encouraging. I mean, I've had vacation, I've had other things, but to stay consistent overall, to take a rest day on Sundays, that has helped me start to become a man. To see that I can stay consistent at certain things and I can go through the pain that is in the moment. Creating a video a day, there's pain inside of that. There's pain inside of coming up with a new idea, with scripting out what I want to talk about, with finding a right Bible verse that fits to what I want to talk about. And it's all joy. Also, it's all joy because it's doing exactly what I love. And so I had to notice that I was going to have to go through pain to be able to find that joy. Through all of this, through going to the gym, through starting to read my Bible more, through starting to be consistent in everything, I had to build up my relationship with God, my relationship with physical activity first before I could build up my relationship with exactly what I loved. You might be doing something that you love. You might be doing the exact thing that you love. And when you don't find consistency, a lot of times it's just God calling you to say, hey, that's your first priority right now. Why is it your first priority right now? Do not make that an idol. I am your first priority. I need to be your first priority. You need to come to me first. And then I will give you energy. I'll give you enlightenment to be able to walk into what you love, to be able to do what you love freely. And it's so freeing to do Bible study every day and to put that first, put prayer first before I do exactly what I know is my second priority in the morning. I have these daily habits. Prayer and Bible time comes first before video, even though it's something I love because it gives me strength to be able to do video. And then finally, what I want you to know is that to figure out my exact path, to figure out what I was doing, it took me 3 years of using the same vehicle, which is YouTube, or video editing, making videos. So that's the vehicle. It took me 3 years of staying on YouTube, of thinking about YouTube, to be able to know that I wanted to help Christian men make purposeful content on YouTube and to get started on YouTube and know what they're doing on YouTube. And that came out of me not knowing my old self, because I was a Christian man, but I had not developed myself that much in God. And so to be able to develop yourself, to fast track developing yourself while being successful on YouTube and knowing how to be consistent on YouTube and know that your purpose is directly aligned with what you make on YouTube and you can inspire other people in God, that's what I want to inspire you guys to do. And that's why I do this. And so to center myself and to know that that's exactly what I wanted to do, it took me a long time to know that. It took me a long time to be able to figure that out. And it took a lot of failure to be successful. So write this down right now. I want you to get out a notepad. The avoidance of failure is a failure. The avoidance of failure is a failure. You've already failed if you can't accept failure. You have to accept failing over and over and over and over and over and over and over. In everything. In school, in working out, in friendships, in relationships, in Bible time, in prayer, in YouTube. All of it. You have to accept failure to know that you're going to succeed. So I found 2 verses that could directly relate to what I'm talking about. So James 1:12 says, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, under failure, when failing. He perseveres. And because the Lord is his number one, he always is going to succeed through that failure. And then the last verse, Proverbs 4:25 through 26. It says, "Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways." Let your eyes look straight ahead on this path of YouTube, on this path of creating content, on step in life. You might feel lost, and a lot of that lost feeling came from, at least for myself, like not having physical activity, or not coming to God first thing, or just all these bad habits that I'd built up over time. I couldn't even see them. But on top of that, you have to be able to look forward. You have to be able to look straight ahead in front of you. Look to just the next step. You don't need to look ahead to the next 10, 5 years, even 2 years. You can, right? But if you're struggling, do not look ahead. Just look to the very next step. Look to what you can do today, right? What you can do today that is going to benefit you, that is going to make your future self thank yourself today. When I make this video, me tomorrow thanks me today, because I'm proud of myself that I put in the hard work, and that I am being steadfast to the Lord, being steadfast to my purpose and what he has made me to do. And so if you'd like to book a one-on-one call with me, I can totally coach you, and we can go through one-on-one your content and how you can get started on YouTube. I'll see you there. Okay, bye.